Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
The pharmacy system is outdated, and it's time for a change. OptumRx is introducing an industry-first transparent pharmacy care model with a pricing approach where clients pay a monthly, per-member fee for services that is independent of manufacturers' list prices or prescription volume, and digital tools that help consumers compare pricing. It's a smarter model, built to work better for everyone. That's how OptumRx continues to reset the standard. Learn more at optum.com/transparency.
Introducing America's Workforce Academy, built by Meta. Paid training, a job, and a path to America's future. Because the future is for everyone. Learn more at meta.com/America's Workforce Academy.
WTL.
It's time!
WTL.
I think we got a show. Oh yeah, we got a show.
WTL.
Welcome back, everybody, to WTL. Where's the Line? Nebraska's first and only sports betting show. I'm your boy, J.O., Jeremy Odom, and our guy, Andy Clausen, he didn't need, but we desperately wanted him to take a break, take some vacation, brother, and go hang out with your family, maybe put your feet in the water, kick back, have a couple brews, maybe. I mean, that's what it's about, right? Enjoying your summer. So Andy is out enjoying his summer. But those of us here at WTL, we do not stop. Sports never stops, quite frankly. And we've got the latest just for you. We're going to have our golf fellas, Zach and Talon, are going to be with you. They're going to talk about the Open Championship from Southport, England. That's going to be a lot of fun. Also, for you NASCAR, what do you guys call yourselves? Engine heads? Tire riders? I don't know. Maybe I'm just making that up, but NASCAR, we are going to have our guy Jake Bartecki here. He's got everything you need to know about North Wilkesboro Speedway going on this weekend. And, from me, well, we're going to give you some of the best moments in the prediction markets that we have had here on WTL. And I'll tell you what, these prediction markets, Kalshi, they are absolutely on fire, and we have been absolutely on fire in predicting what's going to come next. And enjoy. It is WTL.
It looks to me like these predictive markets, Poly Market, Kalshi, that's where things are trending.
That's where it's at. That's the new hot stuff.
Did you know FanDuel and DraftKings both put in for their predictive market license?
I did.
They're getting out of sports books. They're getting it. It's kind of weird. You're not betting on a point spread. You're trading money on the spread.
It's more like, will this happen? Yeah.
So anyway, okay. So that's what we got to go where we got to follow, right? We got to get there too. So we got some predictive style wagers that we're going to share with the audience right here, right now, and we're also going to tell you what's going to hit. And I have one I know it's going to be on Poly Market here sooner than later, and it has to deal with Memorial Stadium.
Okay.
The Huskers. This was the first year of alcohol sales. And those first few games, everybody was sweating it. Oh my God, we're not selling beer. This Michelob Ultra deal with the Runza is not working for us. Well, then we finally had a night game about mid-season, and we ended the season with a couple later games, and we took the top spot.
Just exploded.
And it ended up being over $4 million worth of beer sold and seltzers, which exceeded expectations. And that equated to about 397,000 beers being sold throughout that first season at the 7 home games. Let's square that up to 400,000 beers.
Okay.
I'm taking the over.
For next year?
Next year.
Okay.
Nebraska is, now that we've tasted it, you're talking fairy nectar, some local brews, the nectar of the gods. We know what it's like. We know what to expect. Those first few games, we're not going to shy away from what's been put in front of us.
Yeah.
We're going to enjoy it the entire season. So I'm taking the over 400,000 cans of beer sold.
Now, I drank my share of that 300 or 200 and some thousand or whatever that was. Are you saying I need to double down next season to try to help the cause?
You don't need to double down. You just need to, when you see that the third quarter and you see that warning, like, hey, the sales are going to shut down, you need to go and double fist that.
I need to go.
Just the one time you need to double fist it. That's all to get you through the fourth quarter. And then I'm pretty confident in this over.
Yeah, I would be confident in that. I think people saw it was a good time.
It was a good. And I also got this in my back pocket, kind of a backdoor cover. If the season goes as bad as some are predicting, a tougher schedule, well, then that's going to help me drown my sorrows. It'll help me deal with what's going on down on the field. So,
you think we'll get more primetime games? Because that'll help.
Probably.
We
probably will. Yeah. We probably will. So, yeah, I got a couple outs here.
Yeah, you do. Very nice. One of the things I was looking at in 2026 is something that I don't think we really talk too much about until it's actually there. Okay. I'm talking about October 26th. Do you remember what happened on that date?
26th. Refresh me.
Okay. It is National Tight End Day.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, in 2026, I am not going to bet any tight end, anytime touchdowns all season except for that day.
That's their day.
I will do it because the trends are mighty on that day. 12 touchdowns were scored on that day by tight ends in 2025.
That's amazing.
That is the 5th time in the history of this short-lived holiday that it has hit double digits just on that day.
That's insane.
You haven't seen a lot of tight ends scoring touchdowns this season.
And I didn't. That slipped my mind. National Tight End Day is October 26th.
October 26th, but I think the date's fluid. So you know how the calendar moves.
Keep your eye on it.
I think it's going to be that week in the season, but it's going to fall on that Sunday. But either way, I know I am hitting hard those tight ends anytime touchdown on
I like that.
National Tight End.
And those, I mean, even when you're talking the top tier, the Bowers and McBrides of tight ends, they can let you down pretty easily.
They can.
Very disappointing. They will not disappoint you on National Tight Ends Day.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to step up for their holiday, right?
Cat's out of the bag.
Practically their birthday.
Yep, love it. Yeah, the quarterback's going to help them out here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, here's one that I think you could really appreciate. We're going to go to the league here, Major League Baseball. By the trade deadline, the Dodgers will have signed anybody that has over 20 home runs, 25 saves, or an ERA of 3 or lower.
Oh, my.
Any player that hits those numbers, the Dodgers will just sign and bring onto the roster.
They will just sign?
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yep, that's how it has to be.
You're ruining my year from the get. We've just started, and I already know the Padres are doomed. They are just doomed.
You're just going to have to tell your boys, hey, kind of sandbag it, because otherwise the Dodgers are going to sign it.
Only hit it hard after the trade deadline.
Right.
That's pretty smart. A lot of teams should really look at that, because then the Dodgers won't get their guys on the radar. And that's really smart.
We're going to Max Crosby. We got to set you down. Go play basketball with your daughter. I don't care, but you are not taking the mound.
He looked pretty healthy, didn't he, out there?
Oh, boy. That looked like a statement, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
A little bit. Okay.
All right. In 2026, I'm going to change mentality just a little bit about something that I feel very passionate about.
Okay.
And that's vibes. Okay. In 2026, I am not going to anymore, and you can hold me to this, I am no longer going to place my Pauly Market bet for first NFL coach fired strictly based on vibes. Okay? I'm going to do homework on this.
All right.
Mike McDaniel really screwed me on this one.
He did.
He's
still there.
Certainly, he's still there. Why is he employed? He should not be employed right now.
And he's kind of packed it in. I'm not even trying. He's just out there.
He hasn't been trying since week 1. Mike McDaniel and the Dolphins, you really screwed me on that one. And
look out for them vibes.
I learned that I cannot purely use vibes for that.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm diving into trends that are happening right now. And that is with the Baylor NCAA basketball team.
Oh, yeah.
Their average age is going to skyrocket from 19 and a half to 28. 28 years old next year.
They could sign some NBA guys.
They already have. They already have.
They did.
Yeah, so it's going to work out for them. They're probably going to make a run at the Big 12 if that's the conference they're still in, or SEC, wherever they're at now. They're going to make a run at it with these guys that had a short pro career and brought them back. With that means they're going to have some tread on the tire. They're going to be a little older. And, yeah, that average age is going to skyrocket from 19 and a half.
Man, you think that's going to help their ranking? You think the folks are going to get really...
People love it. I know that's what I know this is what NCAA fans want to see.
This is where we're heading.
Yep. And with NIL and all these parameters that are just not there, I mean, you got to hate the game, not the player.
Wild.
And we love the game.
We love the game.
So
we love the
there
game.
you go. Go get him. Is it Drew Scott? Is it still Drew Scott down there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great coach. Yeah. And, hey, I want to sign the best talent, too. I don't care if they used to play in the NBA.
So does that mean there's a shot that we could get LeBron James?
Yes.
In college basketball?
Very much so, yes.
Okay.
And he could play with his younger kids in college, right? Maybe at Baylor. Maybe at Baylor. I'm not going that far.
Yeah.
I
got one more for you.
Okay.
This is I'm gonna hold a line on this one as well. I'm going to stop in 2026. I'm going to stop betting the Dallas Cowboys before Thanksgiving.
Before Thanksgiving.
Also after Thanksgiving. I think I'm out on the Cowboys completely against the spread this year. They were 6-9-1 and didn't look like they had an identity other than they scored a lot of points.
Yeah.
Which they did. They hit the over 11 times. But this was a mess of a team that started in training camp and went all the way through. I'm out on the Cowboys next year.
Yeah, betting wise, that's rough. Yeah. That is what they call the roller coaster. 6-9-1.
6-9-1.
And that push was against Micah Parsons' new team.
Yes, it was.
Insane.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even make this stuff up. And he was the guy that sacked Dak Prescott as he was running, trying to score that last touchdown in overtime as time expired. Like, you wouldn't believe it if you didn't see that on Sunday Night Football. You wouldn't have believed it.
You wouldn't have believed it.
It's insane.
It's like they wrote a script or somthing.
Is it really? Is it? There you go.
Very Hollywood-ish. Very Hollywood-ish. Don't say. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, I got one more for you here. 1.5. The number is 1.5. Okay. Higher, lower, and that is fractures to Jake Paul's jawline the next boxing match he takes. Will his jaw withstand 1.5 or more fractures?
Oh man, that's a heck of a line because.
Yeah. It's 2 this time.
2 this time.
Broke it twice in that one punch.
Oh, I'm gonna take the over personally.
Over?
Yeah,
so you're saying at least 2?
I think that there's a precedent now.
So I'm probably going to go with the under.
Okay.
Because I don't think he's going to box anybody under 45 years old now. I think he's going to go right back to Mike Tyson and be like, hey, what about that rematch, Mike? Iron Mike? Come on now.
Somebody shorter, somebody older. Yeah, he's
a retired UFC fighter that's like 48 years old that's just been kicking it on the couch. Jake Paul's his team will call him, hey, we got something cooking here. And that whoever this guy is, probably maybe one of the basketball players for Baylor.
You know what's sad is I'm still gonna watch.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I'm still gonna watch the
It's
fight.
gonna be on Netflix.
Yes.
Oh, and I'm gonna see the little notification. Okay, let's 100%. See what happens. So I think I'm gonna go under because I think he's gonna fight somebody that's not gonna punch him that hard because don't think he liked that.
He did not like that at all. The look on his face when he dropped to the mat, incredible.
Oh, and he plays the villain so well. The way he was mocking his opponent while just getting the snot. He couldn't even stay on his feet.
No.
He couldn't even. It was amazing. And he still was sticking his tongue out and, bobbing his head and stuff.
He's a showman.
and that sells tickets, and I'm going to stand by it. I don't think he wants his jaw broken over 1.5 times his next bout.
He learned his lesson.
That's why we love these predictive markets. There's 2 sides to each coin, right?
That's fun.
Let's take a minute to recognize one of our fabulous partners, and that is the linemakers.com, where we don't chase the hype, we decode it, treating every wager like an investment. Linemakers.com. We make the line so you beat the book. Don't go anywhere. This is WTL.
Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Introducing America's Workforce Academy, built by Meta. Paid training, a job, and a path to America's future. Because the future is for everyone. Learn more at meta.com/America's Workforce Academy.
WTL.
On a juvenile delinquent in the offseason in his major league debut. Into the windup in his first offering. Just a bit outside.
WTL.
Welcome back for another golf segment on WTL Where's the Line? As always, I'm Zach with my cart partner Talon, and we're talking the Open this week. And I want to start with saying it's the Open, not the British Open. They take that very offensively. It is the Open. What are you looking forward to this week?
I am looking forward to pissing off the British and calling it the British Open, because that's how I will refer to it. I know it is technically the Open, but it's always fun to prod and prick the Brits.
Absolutely. It is the oldest and the last major of the year, so it's kind of the big one, kind of wrapping up the season. I know that obviously they go towards the FedEx Cup at the end, but that's really just a money grab for these guys. I mean, you can win that's great, but for a lot of these guys, they're looking to get that next major, and so this is kind of the last big one of the year for them. What's kind of your thoughts on when they go over here? It's a lot of links golf type things, very, very different conditions.
Yeah, I think it's nice. You hear with a lot of majors like, oh, Rory was down playing Augusta every Wednesday for the last month or whatever. And same with kind of the U.S. Open and wherever the PGA might be. Those guys like to hop over and play that course a few times. And outside of the Scottish Genesis Open last week, it's not... Granted, all these guys have private jets and things like that. They can get around the world however they want. But I don't think this is a course that a lot of these guys get a chance to go play a ton before the Open. So I kind of like it for that aspect, that it feels like, even the guys that are over from there, they spend so much time golfing here in America that they don't get tons of options during the season to hop back over and play. So I think it kind of opens it up to a lot more opportunities for different winners.
Yeah, and you kind of touched in on the Scottish Open. Like before, I feel like that was like a no-name tournament. Nobody really paid attention to it. Now I feel like over the past couple of years, you're seeing a lot bigger names enter it because they want to get that practice round in over there to get a feel for like that type of style of golf. And so like now there's bigger names in that tournament before. And like even in watching it, it's kind of interesting just looking at the courses over there, the one that they were playing last week. Like the greens, like the way that they mow them there, like you can barely tell where the start of the green is or where the fringe is rolling into it with the way that they're mowing those down and the way the grass just looks exactly the same. I think another big part that I love when they go over here is the bunkers. Like the bunkers just look ridiculous. Like the way that you're just up against a wall trying to get yourself out of there. And so I kind of like that it is like a totally different style. Like we talk about like how the courses from the Northeast to Florida to Texas change, but like you go over here, like it is a whole new style of golf. You're in a whole new element.
Yeah, it makes it really cool. Like you mentioned, the bunkers and the greens and all the undulations on the greens. I think it's a style of golf that it almost looks easier because of how open everything is, but you're also, outside of course conditions, you're also getting weather conditions over there. Like it's always pretty windy. It's usually kind of rainy or humid. So it's, like you said, it's a totally different style of golf that's fun to watch, a little harder to watch with the time. I think we were just talking about Thursday. I think the first guys tee off 12:35 a.m. local time. So I might still be up from Wednesday night. Who knows? But it's fun. It's a different style. It's fun to see how all these guys approach different greens, whether you're taking a Texas wedge and sending a 100-foot putt, or you're going to try to chip it and roll it. So it's fun to watch.
Yeah, no, it's definitely different conditions. And I feel like that's why it kind of opens up the field of like a lot of different people can win it. Because if you're not good for kind of windy, wet conditions, depending on the weather. I mean, the weather over there feels like it changes like crazy. I mean, last week they had these crazy fog delays where they were having to call it because it's just blowing in off the sea. And they're like, oh, we got to put this on pause for the moment. So it definitely kind of brings in a different aspect to that. And I also feel like you see a lot of like when they're off like way off the fairway and they get into that long, thick rough, like one, I don't even know how they find their balls. But then when you watch them swing, I mean, they are all out swinging, say a 9 or 7 iron to try and get out of there. And like that ball will like barely get out and like just be in that first cut of rough where they can really get a swing on it. And you know, those guys club head speed, like you're assuming they're going to blast it out of there. They can barely get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopping back to the Scottish that was last week, one thing we didn't touch on was our boy Scotty Scheffler. First missed cut since I think it was 2022.
Yeah, it's been a long, long time. As Husker fans, you'll remember it was actually a couple of weeks before the Northwestern game in Ireland. So we know all about going over there and kind of fumbling it. So it actually is pretty fitting. I did also see, so World Golf Rankings started around 2006. And Scotty and Nelly Corder both missed the cut this weekend. It's the first time in the golf ranking history that both the number one male and female have missed a cut, which is kind of crazy to think about. Not that they both missed the cut, but that it's never happened. You would just think over 20 years, at some point, one of them would have messed it up.
Yeah. Well, and I was thinking a lot too about Tiger's record. He made 142 consecutive cuts, which is insane. But that looked like something, Scotty was about halfway there. I want to say, was he at 78-ish in that neighborhood?
Right, yeah.
But it looked like something that, obviously still a long way to go, but the way he's been playing the last couple of years, he had a chance to make a run for. Hindsight now, that record may never be broken. Like, that's an insane run of just made cut. And obviously, he's not playing every week, but 142 cuts, times 2, like that's playing 284 really good rounds of golf where you're making the cuts in these tournaments.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a crazy one, but it'll be interesting to see if Scotty kind of bounces back here, which is kind of a good segue into what our picks are looking like this week. I'm going to come out swinging right away. Top 20, I'm going to take Wyndham Clark this week at plus 135. I know he already won a major this year. I don't think he's going to win this weekend, but he's kind of a guy that like gets the confidence from winning big things like that. And so I think that kind of feeds into this weekend. And so I think you'll see him in the top 20 position.
Yeah, I didn't come with any top 20s this week, but I had a couple top 10s I really liked. Two guys, Tommy Fleetwood and Matt Fitzpatrick, coming in at plus 160 and plus 145 for the top 10. Obviously, guys that are from England. They've both been playing pretty well. Matt Fitzpatrick's been playing really, really well lately. So I think that's pretty good value. I'm also going to talk about them winning it here in a minute too, but those are two names I really like. The other one is Ludwig, another, not British, what is he, Swedish?
Yeah.
Another European guy. So those are a couple of the names I like. I don't like them just because they're from that continent, but just they've all been playing pretty well, and they're all names that I think can come out and place really well and play really well here.
I'm going to double down with another American here for a top 10. I'm taking Chris Goddard up this weekend. He's been playing really well. He played really well in the Scottish Open and the British Open last year, so I think he's pretty accustomed to it. He feels comfortable over there, and he's a guy that, he's kind of a bigger build, so he can just really power swing it, and I think that's a big advantage there for if it gets windy, tough conditions. He can just, I saw him last weekend, he was taking out an iron on some of those tee shots and just hitting these beautiful stingers right down the center, just really stay down out of the wind and just keep himself in play. And even if he does kind of rip one into that thick stuff, he's got more than enough strength to be able to swing through it. So I like him this weekend. I like him for top 10 at plus 280. I wouldn't hate top 5, but safe bet, taking top 10.
Yeah, and he won with his brother on the bag a couple weeks ago. I don't know if his brother's still caddying for him or caddying in a major, but it's kind of interesting to see like when someone switches up a caddy and then suddenly they pop out and win a tournament. It always makes you kind of wonder with that caddy player relationship, how much it really matters, or if it's more just having someone that's you're comfortable with on the bag. I always think that's kind of an interesting side topic.
All right, so now we're down to nitty gritty. Who are you taking to win this weekend?
So I'm going to throw out a couple names. Like I said, I think Tommy and Matt Fitzpatrick are both totally capable of winning it. They're both at plus 1,500, so I'd sprinkle a little bit on both those guys. For my long shot, I like Robert McIntyre, old Big Bobby Mac. Like you mentioned with Chris Goddard up, he's a bigger dude. He can kind of play through the wind. He's at plus 3,300. He's a guy that's played well all season. But the lion's share of my bet is going to be on Rory McIlroy. Number 2 in the world, European guy, plus 850. So I think that's still pretty good value for him. I like him to win it. But I think all 4 of those guys you can sprinkle on and have some fun with.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of double down in the direction you're going there. I'm taking Fitzpatrick this weekend. He's looked really good. He's definitely going to be comfortable being back home. He knows these conditions. He grew up playing this way, so I think he has a good weekend. I mean, he's already playing as one of the top golfers in the world these past couple of weeks as is, so I have no reason to think he can't pull this off. And at plus 1,500, he looks like a spicy deal to me.
I like it. Yeah, it'll be a fun weekend of golf. You have to be waking up early to watch it, but that'll be kind of nice on Sunday. It'll finish up, and then you can roll right into the World Cup final.
It's a good weekend for sports. A lot of big events. It should be fun watching these guys in the Open. So everyone better set their alarm clocks early to really check in on it. This has been another segment of Golf Pod with Talon and Zach on WTL. Where's the line?
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Instagram teen accounts, automatic protections for teens. Instagram teen accounts have built-in content settings and limits for who can contact teens. Plus, teens under 16 can't change these default safety settings without parental approval. So parents can help teens connect safely. Instagram teen accounts, automatic protections for who can contact teens and the content they can see. Learn more at instagram.com/teen accounts.
WTL.
All he does is work out and pick winners. 10 and 2, 85% weekend. You're a mutant.
WTL.
Welcome back to Where's the Line, your place for everything sports betting. And Jake, I'm just going to send it to you right away because what a very chaotic spot-on pick you had last week for Atlanta. Ryan Blaney, man. I mean, what a race.
I tell you what, it was pretty awesome. I think the car that deserved to win the race won the race. I mean, he was the fastest car all weekend. And I just part of the reason that maybe pick Blaney is he was due for a win, not only this season, but at Atlanta. Every single, race we've gone there, I feel like he's up front for a handful of laps. And I mean, it was a dominating race and he had to earn it at the end. I mean, Carson Osavar was very fast at the end. Bubba Wallace was really good. Christopher Bell, who's somebody we're going to talk a little bit about this week with North Wilkesboro, was also really good. But overall, fun race, and I'm glad I finally got a pick right. I had been kind of cold lately, so it feels good to get one in the win column. North Wilkesboro, first time we're going to see a cup race, a long time here. What are you thinking for this week? Because I got a feeling we might be aligned on the Team Penske continuance of maybe some strong running.
Yeah, so last week, obviously, we were on the Ryan Blaney train, but this week I'm gravitating more towards Joey Logano. I mean, he is another guy that's for Penske that's due for a win. He's very dominant at tracks that are shaped out like North Wilkesboro. I mean, him and Christopher Bell, especially last year in the All-Star race, really it was the back and forth between the two of them. But obviously, Christopher Bell won last year, but I think Joey Logano's it's time. I think it's just his time. Yeah. Especially with the chase coming closer and closer and closer as, the season goes on. I mean, Logano's just been pretty dominant so far, especially at these little bit smaller and flatter tracks as we talked about earlier. But yeah, so my number one pick this week is Logano.
And he's won an all-star race there before, which is obviously very helpful. And we touched on this last week. When you look at the final stretch of the season, starting with Atlanta and then North Wilkesboro, I think you could even throw Indy and Iowa in there. And then Daytona, that to me, those 4 or 5 races are Team Penske's wheelhouse. And I think I'm with you on Logano. He's in one of my 3 to possibly win the race at plus 1,200 for exactly everything you said. I mean, he's won here before. This track just shapes his driving style well. I'm going to throw Ryan Blaney in there as well at plus 400. I've talked about it in the past, and I think momentum is a big thing. And look, he's lurking. All of a sudden, this is not just a 2-horse battle between Tyler Reddick and Denny Hamlin at the top of the point standings. Ryan Blaney is closing the gap. And I think he really can put himself in a position for the regular season title with a win and a strong end to the season. But My pick to win the race at plus 500. I'm going to go with Christopher Bell. You talked about it, really strong there last year, and I think right now, again, still driving with a broken wrist from the incident in Michigan, but I think he has been maybe the strongest car over the last few weeks at Atlanta and at Chicago. P2 at Chicago, and then a really strong running. He was there at the end at Atlanta. I think the time is coming for him to get his first win of the season as well.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. He's also in my top three picks for this weekend as well. I mean, we've just seen Christopher Bell, despite having a broken wrist, he just continues to get stronger and stronger and stronger each week. And especially in his case with the Chase Cummings coming around soon, all you have to do is just get stronger and stronger and stronger. I know Bell, especially, he won last year. He's very motivated. He knows this track because he was able to, pull off that win last year. So yeah, I 110% agree with that pick. I mean, Christopher Bell's just getting more dominant, and I know he's going to stay dominant at the top. So
those are a couple of our picks. You have a third, I believe, you liked as well. Who was that?
Oh, Carson Hocevar. I mean, especially after his performance this past weekend at Atlanta. I mean, just in the same case as Christopher Bell, he's also just a driver that continues to get stronger. I mean, despite, a lot of the pack is not really on his side right now. I mean, Denny Hamlin did kind of expose some things that were said about him at the drivers meeting in his podcast. But I mean, Hocevar, he's that type of driver where he doesn't need any help to be fast. I mean, he's just super fast, super dominant. And I'm sure at a smaller track like this, he did win the open race last year. So at a smaller track like this, where there's, a little bit more competition, I think he's really going to let that competitiveness come out, and he's going to do everything he can to get to the front.
Backing off the betting side of things, talking more the racing side, how much do you kind of divide up him on the white flag lap, not having somebody to help him out, be his driving style and the relationship he's built with some guys? Because remember, him and Christopher Bell had that run-in at Atlanta earlier this season. Or do you peg it more on just not having a Chevy at the front of the field?
I mean, it's definitely troubling at times for Carson Hocevar, but I mean, he's also somebody that's proven that he doesn't need to be pushed by anybody in the field to still remain fast. That's what I mean. I mean, yes, it's nice to have somebody push you and give you that extra speed and momentum. But I mean, in Hocevar's situation, he is somebody that can prove he's fast with nobody else helping him on the track.
Yeah. Well, at least this weekend, he won't have to have that situation. You wouldn't think of somebody having to push him to the start finish line to possibly win. Little bit different of a driving style this weekend at North Wilkesboro. Let's move on to our long shots. Who do you have? I'll let you lead off.
I have Ross Chastain for my long shot because when Bell and Logano last year in the All-Star race, when they were just going back and forth, Chastain was right there behind them in case anything happened. He was waiting to just take his turn. He kept up with Logano and Bell, who were the two fastest cars that day. And he just kept his pace really well. So, and I know Chastain's driving style, he's pretty dominant at tracks kind of shaped out like North Wilkesboro. So he's definitely somebody that is a pretty comforting long shot pick because I can rely on him to be fast when he needs it and be dominant.
Yeah, same odds as Carson Hocevar. Both of them have plus 3,000. And I'll just say it, Trackhouse needs it because Shane Van Gisbergen is, as great as he's been on road courses and as great of a showing as he's had at some of the super speedways. Again, really strong finish at Atlanta, was there at the last lap. He's not solely in the playoffs yet. I mean, he's 2 spots to the good. I don't remember how many points exactly, but he's not far above the cut line. And so if Trackhouse wants to kind of keep this upward trajectory they've had over the last few seasons, you probably need to have at least SVG get in, and you'd love to have Ross Chastain join him as well. My long shot, I'm going to go with Ryan Preece at plus 2,000. Look at the earlier this season in the Clash at Bowman Gray, somewhat of a similar style, won that race. And this is really kind of the type of racing that Ryan Preece cut his teeth on, are these short, not necessarily Martinsville style tracks or Bristol style tracks, but these really flat kind of concrete, almost like New Hampshire, right? And he's from up that part of the country. But I think this style of race is what Ryan Preece kind of made a name for himself on, that kind of kickstarted his career. And I think, right now it's been Ryan Blaney carrying the flag for Ford pretty much the entire season. Chris Buescher, is in the top 10 as well in points, but really it's just been Ryan Blaney that you've heard about carrying the flag for the Blue Ovals. Maybe that changes this weekend with Ryan Preece.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Ryan Preece, he's just one of those like drivers that just kind of comes out of nowhere and wins. Like nobody really expects him to win, but he is somebody also, like I said about Ross Chastain, he's somebody that, like you mentioned, has experience on tracks like this. His driving style fits that track. He is just a very comforting pick for this weekend, especially because he has that experience already driving on these tracks, and just what he's shown mostly this season. He's very dominant to be fast when he needs to be. And I can see that happening very early this weekend, especially when it gets to like practice and qualifying. I can see him be really fast on the field.
And that stuff can change these odds, right? I mean, we've got Preece at plus 2,000, Chastain at plus 3,000. If they don't have a great qualifying run, of course, we haven't seen these odds yet because it's too early out in the week, but top 5, top 10, very likely in play to bet Ryan Preece or Ross Chastain this weekend. Victoria, enjoy the race. We'll talk next week.
Yeah, you as well.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Instagram teen accounts, automatic protections for teens. Instagram teen accounts have built-in content settings and limits for who can contact teens. Plus, teens under 16 can't change these default safety settings without parental approval. So parents can help teens connect safely. Instagram teen accounts, automatic protections for who can contact teens and the content they can see. Learn more at instagram.com/teen accounts.
W-T-L.
I'm just a big, hairy American winning machine. If you ain't first, you're last.
W-T-L.
And welcome back, everybody, to WTL. Where's the Line? Nebraska's first and only sports betting show. I'm your host, Andy Klessen, joined by
the J.O.
Oh, the J.O. Bringing the flair.
Yeah, you got it.
I like that. All right, well, we kind of dove into prediction markets, and they're getting bigger and bigger, and I don't see them slowing down.
No.
And I want to take a step back and kind of explain what's going on and what the difference is. And I'm going to try and keep a straight face here and kind of walk through the differences between prediction markets and regular sports books. So the biggest difference is the structure, where prediction markets are peer-to-peer, where you're exchanging users, not bettors, users are trading contracts with each other. And like Polymarket and Robinhood and Kalshi, they're just supplying a platform. Where, DraftKings and FanDuel, they are a traditional sports book where you're betting against the house. They set a line. So some of these terms came up where you're talking about, if you're using Polymarket, you're investing or trading. But if you're using DraftKings and you're doing the exact same thing, it's called gambling or betting.
Okay.
So yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
It's just a little difference there.
So it's a lot of yes or no type situations where the yeses could win or the nos could win.
Right.
But you're you're trading against each other.
You're investing
in that
against,
regard.
Yeah, you find someone to invest against.
Okay.
It's kind of like The Big Short. You remember that movie?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So yeah, you can actually get out on the stock market, and someone figured out, what if we did that with sports? Well, there's already sports books. I know, but what if we did it with sports? Oh. So anyway, that's why they're exploding. And
this is completely legal.
Completely legal.
There you go.
And it's run by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC. And here's how if you want a little insurance on that, Donald Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr., is actually on the board for Polymarket. And Donald, our President Donald Trump, is actually starting his own prediction market.
Okay.
So I think they're gonna be okay moving forward.
So it's not only legal, there is a lot of momentum, is what you're saying.
Momentum is a great word.
There you go.
For these investors and traders.
Yes.
So anyhow, we have a few trades that we want to talk about then. Getting back into the prediction market. We had a few last week. Do you want to get us started off with one this week?
Well, yeah, absolutely. And I think this one's going to be near and dear to all the listeners. Here's something I'm predicting for 2026.
Okay.
The University of Nebraska will play for a national championship in 2026. Now, that could be basketball, men's or women's.
It's looking that way.
Right? They look really, really good.
Both teams.
That could be wrestling.
Yep.
Okay. That could be bowling.
Oh, every other year, bowling.
I mean, it just seems like that's absolute, right? Could be baseball. We've had some good baseball teams here recently.
You know, if that line opened up right now on Call Sheet, and you're right, it's a yes or a no trade with another user, I bet you're looking at about a 64% yes compared to a 46 no.
Would say no.
Yeah. So that's a good bet. That is a trade. Sorry.
That's a good trade.
That's a great trade.
Yeah, that I think could get a lot of action. Or a lot of investing. Not action, but a lot of investing.
You got indoor track championships, right?
Yep. You've got, of course, volleyball.
Yep.
They're going to be really good next year.
They're looking really good for next year.
We could never forget about football. What if football in 2026?
I mean, there's a lot of teams out there that are showing you that it is possible.
It's possible.
I mean, you just get the right quarterback, maybe a couple plays here or there.
Yeah.
Get your coach to leave right after the season and go to LSU. Whatever you got to do, right?
So maybe we would have benefited from a switch to Penn State, is what you're saying? Would that have helped us?
I don't know. I can't say it couldn't. I wouldn't know now. All right. Well, I got a yes or no then for us. Scotty Scheffler will be detained or arrested in 2026.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so it's been a while. I mean, he was arrested Friday, May 17th of 2024. So he went an entire year without getting detained. So he was a good boy. But that was in Kentucky at the Valhalla Golf Club in Louisville. Now, there is one Open Championship in Kentucky this year. It's the ISCO Championship.
Yes.
And he's already said, I'm not interested. I'm not golfing there.
I'm
not going back. Well, mainly because it butts up against the British Open.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
But he also politely, or maybe not so politely, said, I'm not too keen on golfing in Kentucky anymore. So this is a big no for me.
So he didn't pay his ticket.
So, okay, get this. He got, let's see here. He was charged with felony assault of an officer, criminal mischief, reckless driving, and disregarding signals, all heavy.
Yeah.
You know, they all got dropped a day later. All dropped.
Wow.
I mean, assault of an officer, and that's just dropped a day later. Like, who's writing these tickets?
Yeah, that's pretty out there.
And so I think that made him think, you know what, there's good 48, 49, 50 other states I can golf in. Yeah. I think I'm going to steer clear of Kentucky.
Well, it would not surprise me if the judge in Kentucky was just like, you can go, but never come back.
Yeah, we have so much egg on our face over this for him just trying to drive through the gate to go golf.
I think he won that tournament.
Day 2. Yeah, it was day 2. He was just going to work.
He's going to work. I'm pretty sure he won the tournament.
And there was a really bad accident, a fatal accident, where a pedestrian got hit. So it was a serious thing, and Scotty, I don't know how that all went down, but everything got dropped.
But let's be clear, he didn't kill that person.
No.
Scotty, he had nothing to do with that.
No.
Yeah.
No, he was just trying to drive to work.
He's just trying to drive to work.
Yeah. So I think he had a good 25. I think he's going to do the right things, and he's already said, I don't know if I'm going back to Kentucky, and the one PGA championship that's going to be in Kentucky butts up against the British Open, and that's where he's going to be.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah. Did a little homework for that one.
Yeah, you did. Well, I'll tell you what. Speaking of people who have had some run-ins with the law, Tiger Woods will win a tournament in 2026, which...
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You're probably thinking, not possible. He just had a disc replacement surgery in October. He had an Achilles surgery not long after that. But he is on pace to miss the beginning of the season, but be able to play for a good chunk of the year. So the guy's going to be out there.
But so like Scotty Scheffler, he's focusing on the big, the Opens,
Yes.
the big brand name tournaments. I would think Tiger's still in that phase. Like he doesn't want to do the lesser. I thought you were going to tell me he had like 4 or 5 tournaments, very winnable tournaments on his schedule.
Well, here's the thing. There's like, all right, so he obviously wants to play the majors because that's where the money's at, and in his legacy. There is 4 tournaments that are within the group that runs runs the tournaments at his home courses.
Oh, okay.
He is going to miss the first one for sure. He is going to try to play the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
Those would be the tournaments I think there's an opportunity to win. The majors are obviously, who knows what kind of shape he's going to be in. But I do think that there's a chance that he's sitting at the top of the leaderboard come Sunday in one of those tournaments there.
One of those late in the season tournaments. It's a home course for him that he's got a lot of experience with. Okay. All right. And you're going yes on that. You're going to get plenty of takers
I
with the
would
no.
go yes on that.
Okay.
I would also say this would count if Tiger does get to play with his son in that tournament he likes to play with his son in January, February, whenever that is, and he rides in the cart. He wins that. I think that counts.
They let him ride in the cart. You're right. That's a huge advantage.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There you go. We'll go Tiger.
All right. Okay. All right. I don't know how I'm going to get this worded and put on there. And all you got to do is put something out there that someone's willing to take a trade on.
Okay.
But I believe next season NFL teams will once again start coaching quarterbacks again. Because it's too embarrassing to roll out Joe Flacco, Phillip Rivers, anybody over 43 years old. These guys retired and they want to stay on the couch or coaching their high school or Pop Warner, their kids' football teams. And you're so terrible at developing quarterbacks that you're just going to be like, forget our second string guy, forget our guy on the practice squad. Mr. Rivers, what are you doing next week?
Right.
Did your son's team did they lose in the playoffs? Are you available?
Yeah.
And Joe Flacco, he was on the couch, and not only did he save the Browns, he went over to the Bengals. He saved 2 teams this year.
And he balled out.
Yeah, what are we doing?
It caught up to him by the end, but man, he balled out. And you could say the same about Phil. He went out there and balled out for a couple weeks. When you were saying that, my brain wasn't even going to those guys. Mine was going to, yes, please, J.J. McCarthy needs coaching.
That's part of the point here.
Yeah.
Then Kirk Cousins is another guy that had to come back in, did really well at the end of the season. It's catching up to the sport. This get rich fast, player development, win now. I get it. I don't have that type of pressure on me at my job.
Right.
But somewhere along the line, you got to develop a quarterback.
So,
right?
Do you see it going to eventually someday where they will not immediately put the rookie out there and just say go?
Like it was for
a long time.
Long time. Yeah.
I don't know.
But you got these franchises that are built on destroying quarterbacks, like the Jets.
Where they go to die. Yes.
Let's just get you the Raiders. Just get in here. We're gonna beat the hell out of you, and you're gonna be damaged goods, and no one's gonna want to touch you.
Oh, it's so sad.
It is sad, Young
but then Daniel Jones goes. He hops around a little bit, and he gets a little bit of coaching, and then he's an MVP candidate. Yeah. So
Sam Darnold said the best thing that ever happened to me was I went behind Purdy at San Francisco, and I learned a lot just holding the clipboard for a year.
Yeah.
And when he got a shot at San Francisco, he balled out and got his opportunity.
That makes sense.
So I feel good about that one. If I can get any takers, I think that you're going to start seeing some coaching at the NFL level on quarterbacks once again.
I love that. I got one more for you real quick.
Let's do it.
2026 will be the final season of Live Golf as we know it. Okay, we've already seen Brooks Koepka. He's left. He's out. The contract ended. He is out.
Okay.
Bryson DeChambeau, he's rumored to be next. His contract's coming. They have a lot of expiring contracts from those big ones that they had initially, and are currently going through a deep identity crisis. I could see this year being the last year of the Live Golf that we know it. Yeah.
Yeah. The kind of zany, shorter course, fast paced, that type of deal. And it kind of did what it was supposed to do, and that's make some ripples. The PGA had to adjust. They, let guys come in and play, let guys go over there and play. So it feels like Live kind of served its purpose.
It did.
For what it was. So, I could see that going down.
Yeah.
And that's You got a lot of gray area in that, though, as we know it.
As we know it, yeah.
That might be a tough trade. That might be as tough as my quarterback one. Yeah. How are we going to get this on the board?
I just need a few friends to take the other side. That's all I need.
Well, how about do it for us this week here at Where's the Line? Be sure to check us out on YouTube and our short videos that come out on game day, giving you the latest edge possible. Also, follow us on ESPN Tri-Cities and their Facebook page. And you know we're over on X with podcast_WTL. Got those short videos and all sorts of fun content going out there. I think we're going to do some poll questions this week. Get some engagement. It's always fun watching the comments, especially when they're not all directed at me. Yeah. They're directed at other voters sometimes. So
yeah.
It's kind of, and X is a fun place.
It is always a fun place.
I think that's where
a safe place.
It's one way to put it. But it is definitely where poll questions belong.
Yeah.
For Jeremy Odom, the J.O., I'm Andy Klassen. Thank you for listening. This has been WTL.
You might not think about oil and natural gas, but it's a big part of your daily routine. From the soap you use to your toothpaste, even your bed sheets. More than 6,000 everyday products are made using oil and natural gas. Companies like Energy Transfer work behind the scenes, safely transporting these resources across the country through a network of underground pipelines. Learn more at ittakesenergy.com.
Still waiting in line? Again? That's time you'll never get back. Save time and money with Stamps.com. Over 4 million businesses have skipped the line with Stamps.com. Join them to save up to 90% off carrier rates from your computer or phone right now. Print postage for certified mail, registered mail, and packages in seconds. Then schedule a pickup right from your home or office. For a limited time, go to Stamps.com and use code PODCAST for a free welcome gift. Taxes and fees apply.
Introducing America's Workforce Academy, built by Meta. Paid training, a job, and a path to America's future. Because the future is for everyone. Learn more at meta.com/America's Workforce Academy.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.